You cannot be in Nigerian above 20 years old and not have a lawyer. You are joking.
Wow. But lawyers are expensive.
2021, you're out of the uni.
But most 21-year-olds
Okay,
don't have a job.
let's say you cannot be outside of the university and not know a lawyer. An accident just happened, I don't know who to call. You should have a lawyer's contact when you're there.
Let's say you mistakenly commit a crime. Who do you call first? A police officer or a lawyer?
It's an accident. You can call the police, but you should not go to the police without a lawyer.
What if you don't have a lawyer, like at that time?
No, you don't get into trouble. There's even a provision in law that allows you to represent yourself in courts.
I'm not a lawyer, but I can represent myself.
Yes, you can represent yourself in court, yes, but you cannot represent yourself in a criminal matter. Why? You have to be put in the witness box.
So you cannot testify against you. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Conversations with Ayeni Princess. And with me in the studio today, trust me, you wouldn't have guessed, a lawyer. We have a corporate lawyer in the studio today, Barrister Eseosa Irabor. And today, we'll be answering all your legal questions. Maybe some, maybe all. So you want to stay tuned, don't you go anywhere. I promise this is going to be an interesting conversation. Hi, Eseosa.
Hi, Princess.
How are you doing?
All right.
This feels strange, but I'm happy to have you here. And thank you for saying yes and for coming on the episode.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you doing today?
It's a Monday. I'm good.
Okay. So today, we're just going to be talking about like law, but not in a serious sense, right? Because I put out like a poll a few weeks ago asking my audience, to just ask questions. There's going to be a lawyer on set. What would you like to know? What are you curious about? And, they send in their questions. So today will just be me asking you those questions and you just answering us, explaining to us in simple terms, relatable terms. They're nothing serious, I hope.
I hope.
So are you ready to have this conversation?
Gladly.
All right, so before we get into the questions and answer bits, let's talk about Eseosa, right? A little bit, about you. Let's just get to know you a little. How did you get into law? Why law?
Okay. Why law? I didn't have a choice. Yeah, I was mentally trapped. So this is what happened. Growing up, okay, I'll be a bit vulnerable.
Okay, we're here for it.
Growing up, I didn't talk till like I was 3 years old.
Okay.
My parents thought I was dumb.
Oh.
For real. And I could gesticulate. I could say mom and dad, but I couldn't say anything other than that. So I didn't start school on time. But when I eventually started talking, I was talking too much. I was reading a lot, and anytime I read anything, I'd like everybody to know about it. So I just went on talking, attending to visitors and tell them random stories. And my dad just kept on saying from like age 5 that, the profession that does a lot of talking is law. So I heard that from like age 5 to like age 13.
Okay.
So when I was supposed to fill in my subjects for senior secondary school, WAEC preparation, and all that, and my dad was like, what do you want to become? I'm like, huh? Is there a question here? Is there a choice? The only thing I've ever heard in my life was law, right? All my parents or my brothers are in the sciences, doctors, engineers. I'm the only one in the arts. So I'm like, fair enough. Law is like, forgive me, the highest profession in the arts. Right at the time.
For the sake of this conversation.
For the sake of this conversation. And law is not even arts per se. Now that we're talking about it, law is not really, it's just a profession on its own. So it didn't feel like a question for me. It was, you've already driven me to this point. I didn't have an option. So I didn't choose law, and that's how I got here.
So we can say you chose law because of your parents.
I didn't choose. I was dumb to death. And that was it.
Okay, fair enough. So even if, you say you were dumb there and you chose, law because you didn't really hear about anything else at the time, or probably you didn't think that you could thrive anywhere at the time, what made you stay? I mean, it could have been a thing that, okay, you started law, but over the years, what made you stay? You went through the school, everything that you have to do, and then you became a lawyer. There must have been something that kept you going.
To be fair, I love it.
Okay.
I thought to myself sometime back to say, if not law, what would I have studied? Two things came to mind. Physics.
Physics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was very good with science. My dad is a chemistry professor. Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought physics, and then I thought economics, finance.
Okay.
But to me, I already fell in love with law. Storytelling was a thing, right? I anchor events, like anything that has to do with talking, right? I just love it. And then when it comes to knowledge bank, you read a lot in law, right? And because I like to keep to myself. Best thing to do when you're by yourself or when you're with yourself is to read. Yeah, so law was that course that made me love reading, right? So, and then you're solving people's problem.
Okay.
It makes you forget your problem. I say you pick up people's problem. I don't make money except you have problems.
Ha.
Yeah. Not like bad problems, but like business problems. You're in a fix, then you call me. That's something to be happy about.
Okay.
Please be in a fix.
Cool. No. Okay, so you're a corporate lawyer.
Yeah.
So what are the other type of law that we have, or lawyers in this case that we have in Nigeria practicing? Yes.
Okay, so it's a wide spectrum. There's criminal law.
Do we have criminal lawyers in Nigeria?
We have a lot of criminal lawyers.
I've never met. I'm dying to meet one.
Whenever you're free, I'll take you to court and you meet a lot.
Okay. Right. So we have criminal lawyers practicing in Nigeria. Do you have divorce lawyers?
Yeah.
Because I don't like, I see it in movies, right? But the way I see it in Nigeria, it seems as though it's one lawyer that is doing the divorce, that is doing the corporate, that is doing everything.
Let me explain this because it's a misconception that the public has, right?
Okay, educate us, sir.
So there are two types of lawyers.
Okay.
And it's not corporate criminal as you know it. We call them practicing lawyers and in-house lawyers.
Okay.
So in-house lawyers are lawyers that are employed by organizations, right? Corporate organizations. For example, Maven has a lawyer in-house that deals with all of their corporate compliance, that drafts their agreements and reviews it. That guy is on that salary for Maven.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have those in practice are those that go to courts. Okay. Right? They take on different cases from different spectrums of law. Okay. So, for example, a law firm has different lawyers in it. Okay. All of those lawyers are practicing lawyers because today they can be handling a divorce matter and tomorrow they are handling criminal matter and next tomorrow they are handling something else. So they are spread across all sectors. Okay. Because they are in a law firm that embraces different cases. Do you get? Yeah. The guy in Maven will only handle cases that affects Maven, right? And he may not even go to court for Maven. If Maven is going to court, there's now what we call external solicitors. So I'm an external lawyer for a few companies, right? Okay. So they may have in-house lawyers that does their day-to-day corporate compliance. Okay. But when they have to go to court it can also be for a corporate issue. It's not only criminal issues that go to courts. Okay. That's another misconception. Right? Corporate matters can escalate into litigation. Okay. And then you go to court to resolve it. So when, for example, we're using Maven now, when Maven wants to go to court, their in-house lawyer cannot represent them by what we call the ROPC, Rules of Professional Conduct. So they have to get an external lawyer to do that in courts. Oh, wow. Right. So those are the two spectrums of lawyers. A lawyer in a law firm can be a criminal lawyer today and tomorrow is doing corporate law. Why do? Because I feel like when you specialize in something, you're very good at it. So imagine me just being a criminal lawyer. Like, I don't know, but I feel like I would be very good at being a criminal lawyer, just a criminal lawyer, than being a criminal lawyer today, a divorce attorney tomorrow. So I just want to use this moment to thank Cafe One. Thank you, Cafe One. Thank you for being a partner for this season for Conversations with Ayeni Princess. And thank you for always supporting creators, business owners, and founders. It means so much to us. Now to my audience, don't forget to use Cafe One Studios. For your podcasts, for your interviews, for your meetings, use Cafe One Studios. You can book an hour for as low as 30,000 naira across all their hubs in Lagos and even outside Lagos. And to
business owners, use Cafe One Orbs. The co-working space is amazing. You have steady internet, you have lights, you have a good and great ambience. What else do you want? Use Cafe One today, and whenever you go to a Cafe One Orb, tell them the Ayeni Princess sent you. Bye.
So reason is, in law school, they teach you everything. Most times, people get their career path from the things they do often.
Okay.
So, I mean, take for example, myself. I'm just going to be using myself today. You do 5 courses in law school, right?
Okay.
Just 5. Those 5 have about 100 topics. So, and they are across different sectors. There's criminal, there's corporate, there's property law.
Okay.
There is civil litigation, which teaches you the process in courts.
Okay.
And then there is professional ethics,
Okay.
right? So you go to law school, and criminal, property, civil, and corporate, there's corporate law. They are the biggest aspects of law.
Okay.
Civil teaches you divorce and all of the other things you can come across in courts. Yeah. When you get past law school, you get an employment into a law firm. For example, that law firm is heavy on litigation, right? So they go to court a lot. That's your first year.
So naturally,
I'm
you
just going to do that. Except you have a dying love for
something
another
else. Okay.
aspect of law, you then work your career path into that. For example, I'm trying to take a master's in finance because that's where I like to be.
So you will now be what kind of lawyer then?
The finance lawyer, corporate finance lawyer. So by the time you get expertise in it for say 4 or 5 years, you cannot say that, oh, I'm a finance lawyer.
So anything that has to do with money, investments, money laundering.
Investments. Please.
Money
That's
laundering.
a crime. Money laundering is a crime. So yes, I can help track if there's embezzlement. Anyway,
So,
I'm
but
not
what
going
if
to aid
someone?
it. I'm not going to aid investment.
I'm just curious. We're asking questions. So what if somebody, launders money and is looking for a lawyer to defend them? Who did they go to? What kind of lawyer? Do they go to a criminal lawyer?
So they go to, why are you going to a criminal lawyer?
Because he just said it's a crime.
You go to a finance lawyer.
A finance lawyer.
Yeah, you go to, see, I'm not going to educate you guys on embezzlement.
No, you're not trying to embezzle.
So you go to a lawyer,
Yeah.
right? The lawyer will tell you if he's into that. If you that is embezzling, you already know the type of lawyer that you have in your corner, right? So there is finance lawyer.
Okay,
right?
but you're saying that a lawyer can actually delve into a little bit
Yes,
of everything.
which I've actually done a couple of years. I've handled divorce cases. I've successfully divorced couples and unsuccessfully.
And what do you mean by unsuccessful?
Because they fell in love and went back, but I got my money, please.
That's bad.
I don't like divorce cases because, I mean, I'm a Christian. I love seeing homes, but some people have no business being together. That's not my business. I've done divorce. I haven't done criminal.
Okay, why?
I'm
actually, I don't know. I think I'm fascinated about criminal law.
I love it.
But I don't really find. Okay, you said you introduced me to some people.
Yeah. It's not.
I don't really found like criminal lawyers. Like, I just want to understand like their process, like how it works.
Okay. I know if that's what you want, I can tell you that.
Okay, I think I have a question on that.
Okay, so we should keep it.
Yes, we should keep it.
All right.
Okay, so I was actually going to ask you about a question, but I think you sort of answered it, right? If one can be a successful lawyer without going to court. But I remember you citing an example of the Maven lawyer, right?
Yeah.
An in-house lawyer.
Yes.
So can I be a successful lawyer and never step in a courtroom? Is that possible?
Okay, first thing is you want to define what success is.
Okay.
Do you get?
Okay.
So someone that doesn't like court. So I think a better way to put that question, to adjust the question, is to say, can you practice law really without going to court?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can. I've given a Maven lawyer, right? But they are also, to be very honest, they are freelancers as a lawyer. So in the sense that you're not under employment, the legal profession allows you to start up your law firm from the day you are called to bar.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you don't need to be under, it's just that you need to be under old lawyers to learn the ropes of the legal profession, else you struggle.
But you don't entirely need like a full-time employment to
Yes,
become a
you do
lawyer. You
not.
can just start
do
running
not.
your thing.
So long as people have problem, you have solution. Right. And that's the legal profession, offering solutions to problems. So people, there are persons who do not have access to a law firm,
Okay.
right? But they know you. You have your friends from uni that were not lawyers. They know you and they heard that you've been called to bar. The first person they want to reach out to is you, right? So I, for example, in uni, I was quite popular. I did politics, right? So most of my friends were in faculty of law. And I heard this thing when I was in 200 level from a senior colleague that, why are you having all your friends in faculty of law? They are your competitors. Your friends should be in Greek. They should be in engineering. Those are the people that will bring projects to you. You should not kill yourself here. So I took a cue. And when I started off on my own, my guys from uni were my first clients. Most of my clients outside of the country, they were my secondary school classmates or uni classmates.
Okay.
Do you get? So you do not need to actually, in fact, I started going to court this year. All right. I've been outsourcing litigation to my colleagues who do court.
So you can outsource.
Yeah.
You take a case, then you outsource it.
So it's like a law firm. You go to a law firm. Do you know the lawyer that is going to handle your case? No. But you know that, so and so in this law firm, they are handling my matter. You don't know. So I come to you and you come to me and tell me your problem, right? I say, okay, we can take this. I already know guys that are in the field that are experts in it, right?
Okay.
And then while I'm the face of your solution, there are other hands behind it.
But if my problem doesn't get solved, it's you I'm going to order.
Exactly. So allow me.
But wait, if it's a matter, right, that involves, us going to court, I'm not going to see you in court now.
So the question is, what do you want? You want your matter solved, or you want to see me in court? If you want to see me in court,
Both.
I will be there. Do you understand? I can appear in court.
I do understand. So it's not the case is not that you can't appear in court, but you rather outsource it if you don't have to.
Like I said, I started appearing in court this year because I found the law for it. In fact, instead of outsourcing all of my litigation monies outside, let me keep all my money to myself, so I'm going to court. Do you understand? Okay. Any lawyer can go to court, but some just choose the corporate world whereby you are not all dressed up in our regalia and then you're going to your office.
That's true. You have to wear the entire thing to go to the court. No.
So people feel like that could be too bothersome. Let me rack my brain behind the computer and get problems. Because while we are sitting in our offices, we are solving problems.
Yeah, right.
Do you understand? So, but there are other guys who are out there in the field being the courtroom now, and they are also doing the Lord's work. Yeah, so you can practice law successfully without going to the courtroom.
Okay. So you said something about, you starting to practice the moment you're called to bar. Can you explain like how long it takes, from law school to when you're called to bar? Is it that you just go to university, study law, and then that's all? Can you walk us through that process, the years and what you have to do to start practicing?
So you go to uni 5 years.
Okay. To study law. Okay.
That's if Nigeria is kind to and there's no strike. So 5 years on paper. Then when you graduate, you then go to law school.
Okay.
Right. So law school is about 9 months or 10.
Can you go to a law school without going to a university?
No. However, you have to get so when you graduate from university, you know how we have BSc, that's LLB, right? Then when you graduate from law school, the title given to you is BL, that's Barrister at Law.
Okay.
So you need to go to university first, because there in the university, in Nigeria system, the way they do it, in university, they teach us the substantive law.
What's that?
Substantive law is like contract law, criminal law. So where you know the sections, where you know the exceptions and all of what the law says. Then in law school, more times than not, they teach us procedural law. So procedural law is how you inculcate your substantive law into practice.
Okay.
Right. So it's in law school, they'll teach you how to file a matter in court, how this will move from service and all of that, yeah. So
you can't skip one.
You cannot.
You have to.
You cannot.
So I can't just say, once become a lawyer, so let me go to law school.
No. However, if once you've gone to university to obtain your law degree.
That's LLB.
LLB.
Okay.
Right. And you go to, let's say, in fact, I have friends who went to university in Ghana.
Okay.
And then did their law school in Nigeria.
Okay.
So all that is needed first, you must go through that university stage. Then you can take the law school in any country.
How long is the law school?
1 year.
Oh, 1 year.
Yeah. Or 10 months, 10 months.
Okay. So what happened next?
So once you write your exams and you pass, then they do the call to bar ceremony. Once you're called to the bar.
So that call to bar ceremony, like people say I've been called to bar, like what is it really about? What do you do typically this ceremony?
It's like induction.
So you wear like your...
Yeah, you wear your... It's just like when doctors are inducted. So their induction where they take their oaths and all of that. And then they now name them what they name them, right? But my brothers, I'm sorry. Because I've not been to any of my brothers' induction for weird reasons. But so that's the same thing for law. So they fix a date where you come, you wear your regalia, and then you say your oaths, and then you are inducted into the legal
So from that moment, you can start practicing.
Yeah, nothing else is needed.
Okay.
Well, because of the way Nigeria is, more often than not, after your call to bar, you then go for NYC.
Okay.
Right, so from NYC, they post you to a law firm. So that's where we do our pupillage, like the medical field could call that housemanship. So that 1 year, right?
So basically it starts like
from
your journey.
Yeah, to start your journey. So that's where you then learn the ropes of being a lawyer. So if you start off at that point to say, oh, you want to go and venture into yours, of course you make a lot of mistakes. A whole lot, because you've not learned client care.
Okay.
Right? You've not learned how to retain clients. You've not learned what to do or what not to do, how to close transactions. So it is in working in a firm, you are working closely. So when you work in a firm, they put in a practice group, right?
Okay.
And then when you're put in a practice group, you're under a partner. So by asking the partner or your senior colleagues questions, seeing what they do and ask why they do what they do, right? That's how you learn. For example, I remember the first time I was in a corporate commercial meeting, right? So I was working in a firm where they had a corporate commercial practice group. The first meeting I attended, I can't forget it. I was just hearing different abbreviations.
I didn't know what they were saying.
Like, send the LOE out. Why are you doing? I'm like, what's LOE? Like, you don't even be asking that because you look so dumb.
Wait, after going through university,
right,
going through law school, you're still in an environment where lawyers are, and they were still using some terms, and you didn't even know.
Yeah, because I say it all the time that the business of law is different from the law of business.
Also.
So one can practice law as a profession, but cannot convert law into business. That's why you have poor lawyers.
Okay.
It's just like you have to learn how to leverage your knowledge, because all we have is knowledge. It's not like this is your cup now, right? Which is very beautiful conversation with Princess. Yeah, it's not like this. That's an item that once I give it to you, you give me money. You are seeing a substantial item
tangible,
for your value, right? My value, what I'm exchanging is knowledge. Once I say it out to you without collecting money, it's gone. So that's why people pay for consultation. My consultation cannot be free, because once I say it to you, I've lost my money. It can be equated to just taking a tray of tomato and you run away. So Nigerians are funny because I like them. I like Nigerians, of course.
They're clients.
They're my clients. But yeah, funny in the sense that they've not realized that knowledge is tangible. It's actually tangible good. So when you just say, how far Eseosa, please, I need advice on this.
Law.
Yeah. oh, I need advice on this business transaction, or can you just help me review this
As a lawyer.
Yeah, as a lawyer, you are texting me, oh, Eseosa, please, there's this document, can you just help me review it? It's not that much. Aha, I see what you did there. It's not that much, but it's literally coming to my shop and stealing my laptop if I'm a laptop seller. Because the moment I review that document and I send back to you, that is goods exchange. Did I get value? No. Did you get value? Yes. So Nigerians are not thinking of it that way. That's why they are saying, oh, what did lawyer even do, Seth? You may be guilty, but it's okay. You will repent.
Yes, I mean, I did have someone ask that question, right? I mean, what do lawyers really do? But I think from, when we started the conversation, we actually like touched on, that. So I didn't even have to ask that directly because I was surprised when I saw the question, what do lawyers actually do? I'm like, I thought we all knew what they did. But yeah, if you were to put it in simple terms, what do you guys actually do?
We help your life.
Ah,
Let's be very honest.
okay.
And I say that because, in fact, let's be honest, the two most reputable profession, right, in the world, if I may say, is the medical profession and the legal profession.
What is my tech? Okay.
Right.
For the sake of the conversation.
Yeah.
You may proceed.
So the reason I say this is everything you do within your body, right, is anchored on the health of your body. Hence, you need medical practitioners to help you maintain your body in the optimal state. Yes.
Yeah.
And then every other thing you do in the society is bound by the law. In fact, to get to society, you need a law. For example, you are a citizen of Nigeria, right? You are Yoruba, yes, and you come from a state. The reason why you can say I am a citizen of Nigeria is because there's a law that makes Nigeria Nigeria and is embedded in the constitution.
Right.
So every other thing you do in Nigeria flows from the fact that you're a citizen or a resident here. Then you come down to the state level, you are from a state. If today Lagos State makes a law to say that only Lagos citizens or only indigenes of Lagos should reside in Lagos State, some of us will not be here.
Some of you will not be here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so some of us will not be here. So everything is just because, for some reasons, we think law is very abstract. Because it's in letters. The fact that you can open a business on CAC is because there's a law. The fact that you can open bank accounts is because there's a law. The fact that there are ATM machines is because a law was passed. The fact that the name of our currency is Naira is because a law was passed.
So law is all around us.
You breathe in the law. You breathe out the law. So, but what do lawyers actually then do? Is to, number one, make you know about the law.
Okay.
Number two, protect you with the law.
Okay.
Number three, protect you from the law.
Okay.
Okay. So let me put that in context, right? So I say that we make you know the law. If you tell me that, oh, I want to open a tech foundation, right? Yeah, startup. And this is what we want to do. We want to create an app that reads the weather.
Okay.
Right? And we do not just want to limit it to Nigeria. I want to take it across Africa. The first thing I'll ask you, is your tech startup registered? Then what is it registered as?
Okay.
Yeah. Because you want to open a tech startup, you cannot go and open your company under agriculture.
Right. Sure.
Do you understand? So a lawyer that is ready, it's not. So I sometimes laugh at, and sometimes just feel sorry for people that give non-lawyers their businesses to register, because there are persons that somehow they get CAC portal and they just register for people for a very ridiculous amount of price. You get
Lawyers are expensive.
because I know someone that will do it cheaper will always put in more expensive problem.
Lawyers are expensive, but we'll get to that.
So by the time I tell you what sector you are to register under, you then know your regulators. You get NCC and all of those guys that, because you need telecoms, you need
So I don't have to think about that. It will be my lawyer's job to tell me.
yeah, so
It's
I'm telling that to this extent, you have these guys that will be regulating you. To this extent, you have these guys that will be regulating you. For example, if you are operating, let's say, a if you're operating in, let's say you give out loans,
Okay.
right? You give out loans to people, and then you register under, you get your money lenders license, right, from the Ministry of Home Affairs. There is a way you practice that money lenders business. You are not really under CBN regulation.
Okay.
But once you take it a notch higher to become a microfinance, you fall under CBN.
Okay.
So I will always want to let my clients, what are you ready to operate as now? And to what extent? So it is a lawyer that will tell you, once you are here,
This is what you need to do.
yes. If you get past here, you'll be regulated by another body. And the more bodies you are regulated by, the more corporate compliance you have to do, the more expensive it gets. So we teach you scalability. Now, yes, you may have all of the clients right now, but if you get past this, you have to be ready for more corporate compliance. You can't sit there as a founder. I respect founders because ideas are running through their heads. They want to change the world, but you have to change the world within the law. So I said one thing. I said we protect you with the law.
And from the
I'll
law.
protect you from the law. So how I protect you from the law is that when you break laws, there are consequences.
Yeah.
So my job is to protect you before you get there.
What if I'm already there?
People make honest mistakes.
Will you protect me?
Yeah. Okay. So we can. That's also protecting you from the law. I watched a movie. I think it's Chicago PD, and the guy said, "Don't lie to me so that I can lie for you." Hey, hold on. Lawyers are not liars. What we do is we examine the law and we realize that there are always loopholes. In law school, we are taught that the strength of the law is in its exception.
Okay.
So, for example, we know that there's stealing. Stealing is a crime, right? And there is consequence for stealing. There's penalty for stealing. But when you come to me to tell me, oh, I stole something as a lawyer, I say, you're sure? Say, yes, you admit to me.
Yeah.
And there is something in our legal profession that says that you are not supposed to throw away people just because of what they did. So if a client comes to you, you have to take his case. Right?
Okay.
So if I tell you, narrate the story to me, there's a way I will examine your story and I'll tell you didn't steal. You'll be surprised. Because I'll go to the section to read what stealing means by the law. And if I remember correctly, so in criminal law, there's what we call actus reus and mens rea. Actus reus is the action of the crime. Mens rea is the intention to create the crime. So you cannot convict someone for actus reus only. There has to be mens rea. So yeah, there has to be intention and there has to be action. Where there's action without intention, the person cannot be convicted.
So if I steal, but I did not mean to steal.
So let's say you even meant to steal.
Okay.
Right? Let's say you stole. And then you were running on your way. Somehow you found a way to drop it back. Then you run off. Maybe not in the position you met it. And they caught you eventually and they charge you for stealing. Right? Even if you've been stealing before. But on that act, I can tell them that what the law says concerning stealing is the intention to permanently, see that word? Permanently. Intention to permanently take something from the owner without returning
it. So
the question would be, was it returned?
Okay, so like, your job as a lawyer is to exploit loopholes for me, your client.
No, put it that way so that I'm not encouraging crime. I'm telling you that we see what you don't see.
Okay. Yes, let's put it that way.
You understand? See, that's why I don't like to talk about crime because it look like
No, we are definitely not encouraging crime.
So I'm saying this, that
we are not encouraging.
We can do that, But it will catch up with you because did you intend to steal? Yes, you did.
How then do you prove that I intended to steal?
Oh, there are circumstantial evidences. So you went there, was it your own? No, you knew not to take it. Did you take it?
I
Yes.
thought it was my own. It
Why
looks
did
like
you
my
run
own.
off?
I saw a friend and I was a friend.
So there are ways
Right.
you show intention. Do you understand? There are ways you show intention. There are ways you tie intention to action.
To action.
So even if, because there is even a provision in law that allows you to represent yourself in court.
I've seen that
Yeah.
in movies. I didn't know that was an actual
No, it's a
thing.
thing you can apply to represent yourself because
I'm not a lawyer, but I can represent myself. I'm sure you're enjoying this episode. Now, don't forget to leave a comment. And if you're yet to subscribe, what are you doing now? Enjoy the episode.
yes, you can represent yourself in court, yes, by all means.
Okay.
But you cannot represent yourself in a criminal matter. Why? You will have to be put in the witness box.
So you cannot testify against yourself.
Yeah. So when you're in a matter, even as a lawyer, so that is why, remember when we started, I said Maven.
Yeah.
Maven lawyer cannot go to court for Maven. The reason is that if they are going to cross-examine all the employees in Maven, the lawyer will be part of
Be
them.
part
And
of-
once you
okay.
enter the witness box, you can't be standing in the bar to address the courts.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's already seen that you are biased.
Biased.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's it.
That makes sense.
Lawyers, if I will write the law, most legislators have lawyers that read and review their policies, right? Some do not, but most have. So from the get-go of implementing law, lawyers are there, right? So we write the law, we examine the law, we teach. There are persons that, there are lawyers that have taken it upon themselves to educate the public about the law. Right, you see their posts from time to time.
Yeah.
Oh, this law was just passed, tax law was just passed, and all of that. Right, so we educate the public about the law. We protect the public with the law
And from the law.
by the law.
By the law. Okay, by the law.
So everything we do. So Rule 15 of the rules of professional conduct states that you have to advise your clients within the bounds of the
Of the
law.
law.
Yeah,
Okay, I have a question.
by all means.
So let's say you mistakenly commit a crime. Mistakenly. Who do you call first? A police officer or a lawyer?
Depends on the crime. So what crime are we looking at? Murder.
Yes.
I know that's where you're.
No.
Because that's the hardest thing to do.
Yes, that's like the highest thing. But maybe an accident.
Okay. Call the police, then call your lawyer. Either one.
So in the case of Nigeria where we don't, have,
Call
so
your
people
lawyer,
say we
call
have
your
like
lawyer.
emergency line,
Yeah.
right? But do we really have emergency line?
That's a societal question, right? And we can delve into.
So in that moment, who do you call? Your lawyer?
I'll say call your lawyer.
What if you don't have a lawyer like at that time?
No, you don't get into trouble. See, the reason
No, like because this job we're talking about is not
is
something that
accidental.
yes, you went to do. Something that just happened.
So if it's an accident or it's an accident, you can call the police.
Call the police
But you should not go to the police without a lawyer.
without a lawyer.
Did you understand? I would even say
Like notify the police, but don't go to like physically to the police
Police without
station
a
without a lawyer.
I'd even say,
What if you do not know any lawyer at that point?
but
And then the police has to like whisk you away to the station.
so let me say this here. This is a fine point to say this. You cannot be in Nigerian above 20 years old and not have a lawyer. You are joking.
Wow. But lawyers are expensive.
And I'll say this because let's say at 2021, you're out of the uni.
But most 21-year-olds
Okay,
don't have a job.
let's say you cannot be outside of the university and not know a lawyer.
Know a lawyer. Okay.
Because yes, we understand that there are cases I take pro bono for free.
Okay.
You understand? You hear some people's story and it's really touching and it's real. And you just want to help the society. See, there's also a misconception that lawyers are just out there to make money. In fact, it's a rising concern now that lawyers are underpaid, and it is true. I am underpaid. Princess, have you paid? So yeah, but the focus is never really about money. I know every profession will say it, every business will say that, oh, it's not all about money, we are trying to solve a problem. It's true and it's not true. I said this earlier, there is the law and then there is the business of the law.
Yeah.
The primary reason of the law is to help people.
Okay.
Do you understand? So people can call you and I'm in a fix. An accident just happened, I don't know who to call. You should have a lawyer's contact on your dial, whether you're on retainer or not. If you know you do not have money, try and be, you see, payment,
Try and be friends with a lawyer.
payment is in different ways.
Try and be friends with a lawyer.
Payment is in different ways. You pay people either through your time, through your money, through, for example, if you say twice a year you gift me something, right? And one day,
Automatically my lawyer.
not automatic, I'm not your lawyer. But if you gift me something, say twice a year or 3 times a year, and it just happens that you're in a fix and you call me, hello, Eseosa, I'm in a fix. This is what has happened. I will not ask for payment there. I will not say, oh, we are
But
not
you still ask for it.
later, yes, I will. I will save you because there is existing friendship, right? There's a relationship there, and that's payment. In fact, I say this, relationship is the highest currency. We know, we say it, but I don't think people know this. Really, I was very practical enough, thankful to the mentors I had in uni, to have friends across all faculties. I'm the go-to guy. If you need somebody that knows somebody, I'm that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. If you need an... if you need... See, if you need anybody, anything, I'm that guy.
We get it.
I'm that guy because I tried to, maybe because of politics that I played in uni, but I tried to make friends out of every faculty.
Okay. Okay. So the point here is
Know a lawyer.
know a lawyer.
If you can't pay with money, pay with something.
Okay. So I think this conversation just led to me wanting to know what retainership, what is it about? Because, I watch movies a lot, and then, the only experience or whatever that I know about law is mostly from movies. And I hear, it's on retainer. Like, what is that and how does that really work?
So, classic example, you call me today to say, oh, Eseosa, please, I need you to talk about probate, right? And I schedule a call
Okay.
for, say, 8:30 p.m.
Right.
That call comes with a consultation fee. And I'll let you know from the get-go that, oh, this consultation fee is for a course. Here in Nigeria, we don't bill per hour, right? In the UK, every hour is billable. So I just say that, oh, my consultation fee is 200K. So for that 1 hour, 2 hour, you are asking me anything and I'm answering you on the subject matter. If next tomorrow you come to me, so Eseosa, I have a construction project I want to speak on, please let's hop on a call. I'll bill you again for consultation fee. Mind you, consultation fee is not the job.
It's just you saying do this.
Yeah, it's me giving you advice, hearing your story and all of that. It's like going to the doctor and the doctor is just checking what you will still buy drugs. You will still pay for the bed if you have to spend the night and all of those things.
Right.
But you also paid, in fact, they call it, you buy card. Right in the hospital. So that's what it is for lawyers. You are buying card and you are buying my time at the moment. If you then need me to work on it, that is different billing, right? But when you're under a retainer and you are paying a fee for a year, sometimes
so retainership is annually.
They are
Or
different.
it depends on the arrangements.
There are different arrangements. You can have an annual retainership, but you are paying, let's say, per quarter.
Also, is like putting a lawyer on his salary?
Not on a salary. I only say that because with salary, you have to be coming to work. I have to be reporting to you like every day. But if you put a lawyer, you can put it like that. But what that does, it also depends on the arrangement. For example, some of my clients are retainer. They can't pay for consultation anymore for that year.
Okay.
So retainer covers your consultation.
So retainer would mean that I pay you so that anytime I need any legal thing,
Advice.
legal advice, you're there.
Yes,
at any point.
At any point in time. If it's not convenient for me, I'll also reschedule. But for every matters, you have your consultation sorted. Then, also depending on our contracts, you have a number of documents that I can review. For example, some people for 15 contracts, you don't pay anything,
Okay.
right? Post 15 contracts, you pay 50% of the original fee.
Okay.
Do you get? Right. So it just depends on how busy you are legally per year. Yeah. But if it has to do anything with government costs, say, oh, for example, I have to get a license for you. You're going to pay for that license.
Separately.
Yes, you're going to pay for that license and procurement of the license. But it also, and professional fees will also be at a discount because you're under retainer. Yeah.
Okay.
But for real estate, retainers do not cover real estate because according to the law, right, we have a legal remuneration act, right, that governs how we charge clients. So real estate is placed at a percentage.
Okay.
So when I'm giving a retainer agreement, I tell you that this retainer covers this range of services. However, for services such as real estate litigation, right,
It's a different.
they will come at a different cost. And then third-party costs, travels, and all of those things, they are not covered under the retainer. So that is why it is not salary.
Okay. So, what if I pay for retainership or whatever we're calling for a year, and you didn't have to attend or tend to any legal case for me? Do I get my money back, or maybe part of my money?
No.
That's gone.
If you go to Yaba and you buy clothes
That's
and you
gone.
don't wear it, that's one. That's why we say that what I do for my clients is let's start. If I'm onboarding you for the first time, let's do a 6 month retainer. Let's see how busy you are for 6 months.
Okay, that means the retainership is not for everybody. Then.
No,
It's
not everybody should be on a retainer.
Yeah, maybe businesses,
It
corporations.
depends on how busy you are legally.
Most likely to get into legal trouble.
Yeah, but there are other, like I say, there are other aspects to it. For example, let's say a founder, right? A founder of a tech company and all that is in his ideating state,
Okay.
right? He hasn't got to the implementation, and it comes to a lawyer to say, oh, I want a lawyer on retainer
Okay.
when my company starts,
Okay.
right? If he starts paying for retainership, then it depends on what they agree. But you know that for that first stage, you may not really be, or no, even from the onset, or you need a lawyer. You need a lawyer for your founders agreement, for your IP assignment agreement, and all of those early agreements. Once you are done, and let's say you've raised your
Seed capital.
your seed, right, and you are launching, you may not need a lawyer at that time, up until Series A,
Okay.
right, where you're not drafting an agreement. So it just depends. You have to know your schedule.
Know what you need.
Yeah, you cannot be corporate idol and be looking for a lawyer just to say I have a lawyer and retainer. I'll be happy to do that. It's lazy money. I'll be happy to do that, but you have to know what you're doing. But for the average guys out there, right? What you have to do is pay lawyers per their service.
Okay. Like one-off.
One-off. Do that up until the time you see that, I'm paying this lawyer a lot. Why don't I just try?
So that's like a subsidized.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but what I do is, if I see that, if you come to me and you give me your ideas, you tell me what you're doing, I say, you know what? I don't think you'll be very busy for the whole year. I don't want to take lazy money from you because I want to keep the relationship. Let's do a 6 months retainership.
Okay.
At the end of 6 months, if you think that you're very busy, we can extend it, right? And then we'll see how it goes from there. I've guys on quarterly retainership. This quarter they are on, and then the contract expires at the end of the quarter, and next quarter I say, lawyer, let's not go for this quarter. I don't think I'm doing anything. And then the other quarter they come back.
Okay.
And so, but just know a lawyer and speak to him.
Right.
We are your friends. It's not the one to put police are your friend, but we are your real friends. Yeah.
Okay. I think my last question for now would be that, can you have a will or a testament written without having a property? So property in this case would be like houses, cars. Maybe I walk up to you as a lawyer and tell you that, I call it a will, but maybe it's not a will. Tell you that, okay, I don't have houses, I don't have cars or anything like that, But when I pass, this is what I want to, family and friends to do. Like, I want strict rules to be adhered to. Is that something a lawyer will be able to do for me? Not me, yeah, but for me in this case. And secondly, can that be called a will?
So, yes, it can be called a will.
Okay.
People literally write how they should be buried in their will.
Okay.
So when we start, Princess, I'm doing this just because it's you, right? But I will cap the information so that
Okay.
we run away. Yeah, because this is my goods.
Oh, really?
So, will when we are drafting a will, what we literally say is this is the last will and testament of so person.
Yeah.
So it's like the last wish of the person. And because we've been so materialistic in this life, we think every wish is property based.
So originally, it wasn't even property based.
Do you understand? People will out their monies to their cats and then give their family instructions. Well, Nigerians will kill your dead body for it, but yeah, it happens, right? So it's literally, oh, I'm no longer here.
This is what I want.
This is what I want in my absence, everything that pertains to me. And it's definitely called a will. And even whether you're 50, whether you're 45, and you think you're going to live like Methuselah, you can start writing your will. But there's what we call codicil. Codicil is an amendment of a will. So, for example, let's say a 75-year-old man, he will write a will and distributes all his properties, right? And then on his 80th birthday, he's gifted a car and a house. What then happens to the car and the house? So you say, oh, I've written my will, this cannot enter. Oh, definitely can enter. So a lawyer drafts a codicil that is like an amendment.
Like to update the will.
To update the will. So from the time you are an adult, you can write a will. And just keep on amending it.
Okay.
You go meet. Because lawyers will be I'll be happy to amend your will 99 times because you're planning it.
The more you go to a lawyer for amendment, you're paying another fee.
Oh yeah.
So, on average, what age should one start thinking of writing a will?
Once you have something to live for and something to die for. I mean, once you have children.
Children. So if you don't have children, you should not write a will.
So let me you are dragging me out. Let me say this. Some people write will, and their will will never be used. Ever.
Okay.
Because will is only useful when you are married under the acts.
Like legally married?
Yeah.
Huh.
So some people do try. Nigerians, I love Nigerians. We don't do one of anything. We just add a lot of things. So we do traditional marriage. We go to courts. And then we do white wedding.
Church, yeah.
White wedding legally is not recognized.
Yeah.
So we only have traditional wedding.
That's the customary, right?
Yes, customary. And then we have courts,
legal, okay.
which is marriage by the acts.
Okay.
However, what churches have done now is to get from the marriage registry, the register of the registry. So you can literally register your marriage. And that thing, that signing that they do inside pastor's office. Yeah, that's literally the same thing you're doing in the courts.
Okay.
Right. So, well, we thank God for Nigerians. So when somebody writes a will and the person is married and has children, the first thing you consider is this guy married under the acts or is he married under custom?
Okay.
Because will is an idea from the act. It's an English
That's the legal marriage.
Customary marriage doesn't recognize will. There are ways different customs share properties. For example, I think in the North, I stand to be corrected, women do not receive properties. However, there's a way they share properties based off on the number of children they have. Do you understand? That's different from Benin's. Let me speak to my people. So in Benin, we have what we call Igilbe. Igilbe is the house whereby the man lived and died.
Okay.
right? So like family house.
Mm-hmm.
The Igiogbe is not given out to anybody except the first son.
Okay. So that's their own.
That's their tradition. So no matter what you
So what
do,
if there's no son in that household? First daughter receives.
no, not first daughter.
They would skip that.
It goes to the first son. If there's no son, it goes to the brother. Shall the eldest male.
Eldest male. Okay.
You
Okay.
get. So that's the house that the man lived and died in, right? You can't will it out by custom. In fact, in your will,
You can't even add it to your will.
like even when you write a will, in Benin, you can barely will out that house except to the first son. If you do this,
What if I say I'm the man and I want this house to
I
be
mean,
given to
your
someone
will. So
else?
what will now happen is to see, was this man married under the acts? If he was married under the acts, then his will will stand. If he was married under custom, custom will stand, whether you write
I
a
want to
will or not.
understand this getting married under the act, right?
So getting married under the acts is going to court.
So let's use me as an example. I'm writing my will. For my will to be read, they'll first have to examine if I was married legally. Start it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So if I was not married legally,
If you are not married, it's fine. Your will will stand.
okay. But if I was married but not, I didn't go to court, maybe I would need traditional.
Yeah, so your will, you don't have a place in the will because under the custom, there's no will. Will became a thing when English colonized
So it
us.
stems from courts.
So it stems from a marriage act, right? So it's not a Nigerian custom. It's an English custom that was gotten when we were colonized. Same as marriage in courts.
Okay.
That's a white system, right? So once you are married, the court determines, probate registry determines if your marriage was by the act. Once they say, oh, that you went to court, it was properly registered, your will stands. If they say that there is defects in registration of your marriage in the court system, it falls back to what we call letter of administration. Right? So they not check, oh, how does if your custom have a way of sharing property? That's how it goes.
Wow.
So you will never know this, say, if you have a lawyer.
Thank you so much, Eseosa. This has been eye-opening. I think we'll have to bring you back again for a part 2.
You pay me. That's it.
This has been a wholesome conversation, really. I mean, the questions just keep coming and coming and coming. But we have to wrap up here. Thank you so much for telling us what lawyers actually do and for schooling and educating me on will. Not just me, the audience. But before you go, how can people find and connect with you on socials?
Okay, my Instagram account is Eseosa Oxford.
Okay.
Right. And Instagram is where you can best find me.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, I'm not very active, but LinkedIn, my name is Eseosa Irabor.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure you learned a thing or two because I did learn so many things. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this episode. Like and share this episode. And don't forget to follow our guest here on Instagram, Eseosa Oxford. See you. Bye.